second group stage, Dust. But it comes down to this. If 100 Thieves can take this victory, then they will get themselves through to the Pro League Finals, and FURIA fighting for that chance to still stay alive. Obviously, the second match will come into account if that's going to happen. And we can see our betway odds going to be in favor of 100 Thieves as well. As you heard Stunna say, this is obviously not going to be the very updated from, what, 20, 30 minutes ago Vertigo, but it'll still be the newer updated version than we had before.
There's been a lot of versions, all right? So
this is version 2 out of 3, let's just say that.
That's like 3 out of 4.
Okay, we'll go that way too.
I'm not 100% sure. Either way, I think this is a really risky pick from FURIA. I'll explain why in a minute, as we need to get into this round because it's going by rather fast. As FURIA already charging their way up middle. Satisfaction trying to play from CT spawn, just kind of keep an eye on things on that wrap towards A side. Meanwhile, though, we can see FURIA just causing a lot of havoc, but the CT so far holding their ground. Getting a couple of kills as well. Only just one, actually. Now Liaz finally comes in.
A little awkward out of Azza. They're not able to quite connect on the first. He might get punished. Yuri's going to eventually be cleaned up. It's all in Henny. They haven't been able to get the bomb down. They get flanked in from the backhand side, and 100 Thieves will take that pistol round in a very quick round overall. And why, Dust? Why is it an interesting pick for FURIA to choose Vertigo?
I think it's a risky pick to choose Vertigo. I mean, we saw them shaky yesterday against United, kind of gamble picking it into a team that actually can play the map. United were known for their Vertigo, at least in online play, and a couple of LAN matches that were all right. And then it's also worth noting that aside from the upset loss to United yesterday on Vertigo, FURIA also got upset by Envy on this very map in the previous stage.
Yeah, yesterday.
No, I mean like the previous stage.
Oh, okay.
And then they also got upset by a team called Illuminar in a previous tournament just a couple of months ago. So they've had a lot of upset losses already on Vertigo, and now you're picking it in essentially a must-win situation against an 100 Thieves team who was able to use Vertigo pretty well at the major. They did beat FaZe and G2 in order to get through the legend stage into the playoffs. And they had a really, really close loss to Astralis at Beijing. It was a 14-16 game. So that's the best Vertigo team in the world. So they are definitely a well-equipped Vertigo team. So I don't think that FURIA gained a big edge by picking this map, unless they have somehow scouted 100 Thieves and have some type of counterplay in mind.
Really quickly, by the way, it looks like 100 Thieves going for a bonus round with only the FAMAS and the 4 MP9s up against the SGs and the AKs and a FURIA. And speaking of them, they've already been able to take the B site right off the bat. I guess they had a good read into this, considering no one was there to defend on the CET side. The bomb will get planted. I know 100 Thieves have to play retake with very subpar weapons. They have a ton of utility behind them, though. FURIA still has a decent amount to defend with, too, but Henny's in such a perfect position to stop any sort of flank from coming through. And I'd almost imagine for your 100 Thieves, you maybe want to save this just on the basis of saving armor and your utility into the next round.
That's not a bad thought at all. But it seems like one of them is going to be cut off there by K-Cerato's SG, so it will only be JKS and Jacob. Now, these two teams have actually played each other fairly recently. They played each other at Starlighter Season 8, actually. That was just maybe a few weeks ago, a little under a month ago. And then they also played each other at Cologne, which is kind of further back, more in the summer. I think that was July time frame. Both those series were 2-0s in favor of FURIA. However, the maps that were played were Mirage and Nuke, and we may not see either of those maps in this series, as Mirage is only a third map. We have Vertigo and Inferno. So just want to give you a little bit of a history between these two teams. It favors FURIA head-to-head, but again, way different maps, so it's kind of a different story.
I think also they're a little bit of different teams. I kind of want to say,
was not playing with them at the Cologne meeting. So if anything, you could say FURIA have kind of maybe gotten more skilled since the last time they met. They already had beaten them in the past, so you could go a bunch of different ways with that, I guess. But
I want to say, at least for 100 Thieves, like the fact that they want to be invited to more tournaments. They don't have to play in qualifiers. They just got picked up by 100 Thieves. Like, this is a big opportunity for them to really put their best foot forward, and I think they have that drive. Everyone's been playing well on the team, as we've seen just from their ratings and the KDs alone of these last few days.
That's absolutely true.
But right now, bomb will be planted again towards the B side. Grass Faction has been picked off here.
Indeed, he has.
Liaz is going to pick up the op, though, and it seems like FURIA have made it go their way on towards the B side, and yeah, 100 Thieves just gonna be saving right now. So
seen a different game plan from FURIA already compared to whenever we saw them yesterday against United. They're definitely playing a lot faster paced Counter-Strike than yesterday. And the other big thing I feel like is that they're selecting to attack this B bomb site already a lot more often early. Last time they were kind of, you know, really trying to challenge A lot more. I thought they were getting shut down by Cooper's AWP, or Fu was playing that kind of back position and was really giving them a lot of problems. So they've kind of really pivoted more to B. And one of the other big things that really hurt Fury yesterday on their T side was all like the clutch retake situations. Like United was particularly Cooper had like 2 really big clutches on retakes, and so they had a lot of chances to win rounds. I guess was my point on their T side yesterday, but they couldn't close. That was the big problem. Now early in this game, you're seeing them able to get a couple of B hits in and be able to prevent 100 Thieves from causing too much problem on retakes. So
they seem so one-dimensional though. In terms of like their T sides, like I know their T sides are pretty good. They're so aggressive, but they always seem to be one of these teams that just will hit the same site over and over and over again until you beat them. And if you do beat them, then they might still keep going that way and just make some small adjustments. I feel like it kind of leaves them very susceptible to being counter-stratted, or at least you know, a risky stack out of the CT side.
Worth noting that Fury were able to get 7 T rounds in the first half against United yesterday, so they had a decent attack. See if they can keep that up here. Is Vinny able to find a nice little entry again, challenging B pretty quick early in the rounds. Vinny gonna be taking that one to the house too. He's going all the way in. He's all by himself for now though, and he actually kind of draws back, doesn't commit all the way, as Henny's actually working a little bit over towards the A ramp, so they're trying to keep all their options open. And man, the entries are just raining in right now from FURIA. Too quick for us to even catch it all.
Just completely going the way of FURIA in this round. I mean, they did have the weapon advantage. Just 100 Thieves carrying over 3 weapons from the prior round. Liaz maybe just hoping he can keep this up as the bomb makes its way towards A, but Vinny kind of has the sense. Sees the, oh, please do it. Oh, I was hoping for the knife, but they get the kill. Doesn't go for the op, instead they want to keep it very fast-paced, very explosive, and now 100 Thieves can be taking a much-needed timeout.
Not a bad call. Luckily, they've been saving weapons a lot, so they actually still have a decent amount of economy despite the fact they've lost the last 3 rounds in a row. Plus, their loss bonus is steadily building all at the same time, so they actually could go for a bye here in this next round. But yeah, they're kind of just getting bulldozed right now. FURIA, again, is playing a very up-tempo style of Counter-Strike, and they are very much punishing 100 Thieves. We've seen 100 Thieves a couple of times get opening picks. Like, even that round, I think Grad's Faction got the opening pick with the op on the B side of the map. But then you just kind of see Vinny and company being able to start prying things open. Yuri obviously had a couple of big moments as well.
It's not like strategy, though, I'm seeing out of FURIA that's getting them these rounds. It's either rushing or just out-aiming their opponents. Like, they're not setting each other up with pop flashes at all. They're not setting up any, like, utility usage, just kind of, all right, let me just kill.
Yeah. But that's really the power of this map, which is kind of built to be a fast-paced map. And obviously the SG reigns very supreme in those entry-shot duels that you saw there from Vinny.
Looks like we're going to see some action towards the A site. Maybe short-lived because Art's only on 7 HP and he immediately backs away here. They did invest some utility in terms of smokes to allow him to push up.
Yep.
But unfortunately, being spammed down, just going to have to back up and concede. And we see 100 Thieves only leaving Liaz at the B site, trying to reinforce towards A. Maybe a read out of the Thieves into what FURIA want to do in this round.
Possibly so. And the other thing is, it's retaking A is so hard that you kind of have to play a bit forward on and actually try to actively defend it. Otherwise, you're going to wind up giving it up, and then you're going to get funneled into kind of one choke point since the elevator route is now gone. And even the newest version of Vertigo did not open that back up. So you really only have one way in. So again, that makes sense they would try to challenge, but that means that Liaz is kind of stuck alone here defending B, trying to dance and weave through all the smokes, and actually does find Yuri still alive. Somehow finds the second kill onto Vinny also. This is great from Liaz.
Art's still on 7 HP though. I think he's gonna be sitting back a little bit. And he's by himself with the bomb, and the bomb will be dropped. Liaz on 3 kills in this round. I don't know how he's been able to pull off. There's number 4. And Liaz has come alive in a round that they desperately needed it. All alone at the B side. He's able to lock that down. Now it's just Cerrado alone against 5. With 35 seconds left, you should have really no chance of pulling this off. The bomb is down. The CT side have been able to stack up around it.
Yeah, I don't think he's really long for this world. The thing is, though, is there's so much money. Any guns he can bring down, any rebuying he can get out of 100 Thieves would really set FURIA up nicely, because if they could win the next round, then they would automatically force 100 Thieves to save again. So yeah, there's 1 kill already from Cerrado. That's a couple of rebuys that will, or just 1 rebuy seems to happen. Meanwhile, those CTs are picking up SGs, so that's going to help out 100 Thieves' cause. They picked up 3 of them in that round. So that is beautiful. They're going to love that.
Yeah, I'd be very happy about it. JKS in particular. I mean, we heard him talking about it yesterday. Like, JKS just loves
JKSG.
Yeah, and the question is, will this be a weapon that's still going to be heavily used?
Yes.
Obviously, the changes.
The answer is yes. It didn't get price nerfed enough. Like, it only got, what, a price increase of $250? That's probably going to help it in second-round situations.
Yeah.
Like, you won't be able to buy up SGs after a bomb plant. But now you can just 5 Galil armor.
What? Hazard? Hello?
Yeah, that was wild, wasn't it? That kind of just came out of nowhere, like an RKO. Randy Orton himself has come down the stairwell with the SG.
Well, now 3-on-5 for FURIA. A little bit of a frustrating round for them. Again, they still have a lot of money, but you know, built up. So not gonna be too worried about buying into the next round. It's more about 100 Thieves maintaining all of their players alive, and of course, as many of these SGs as possible. We haven't seen Grass Faction be too effective on the op so far in this half, on this map in particular. So I'm wondering if that's
hard to on this map. There's a lot of close range battles, so unless you're like a specialist in those types of fights, it can be harder to have impacts. Ooh, Asa trying to go for a little bit extra there through the smoke. Is going to get caught in the spam wars. So he gives one back, with still the advantage here for 100 Thieves. They still have B choked out here, but as that smoke fades, Liaz will eventually have to retreat. Does have some assistance in the window to kind of help him out, though.
Slow jump peeks out of Liaz, spot anyone coming up the staircase, which will inevitably be coming here in a few seconds. Grass Faction going for the peek. It's a little bit of damage done, but they still have so much utility left in terms of what they just threw out. The smoke's coming in, even the nade being thrown in. Jacob's going to have the last flashbang, but they've been able to really force FURIA to have to press the issue. Like, they're going to have no time left to get this bomb down. They're going to have to be very clunky about this, hoping for some entry frags. And Molotov's being thrown in out of them. Still smokes down. JKS gets the bomb down. K-Serrato and Henny, and it's just down to K-Serrato, and he's just going to be spanned out through the smoke. So 100 Thieves with a great little bit of information gathered out of Liaz off the bat.
That's tough, man. That's tough because FURIA actually had the right idea about that execute. Like, they used their utility actually pretty well. They mollied off several different locations. Just kind of unfortunate 100 Thieves were not playing any of the spots that they mollied. And obviously, Asa just had so much impact early in the round, so before they could even roll out their execute, they're already a man behind. And then they just got stalled for a while. So a lot of different things kind of went against them, despite the fact they had like a pretty decent game plan in mind.
I think one thing that's going to be really scary for FURIA to deal with for 100 Thieves is the fact that, like, we've seen all the players on 100 Thieves really step up. I'm going to get back to the point in a second, because we do see FURIA trying to rush in towards the A site. They do get an initial kill on a Jacob, and Grass Faction not going to compete with the help of the flashbang out of Azure. And we're going to equalize at 4 apiece.
Oh, Jake, that's a big catch.
Smokes again. Not seeming to really block off too much. Grass Faction in a really awkward position. Gonna go for the re-peek here, but they've lost out on 2 more players, leaving Liaz to himself against 3. He does have the SG, so don't want to count him out just yet, but now that he's dead, FURIA will be able to get their 4th round. But the point I was trying to make is that we've seen so many players step up, like JKS on day 1 with 100 Thieves, even back in the first group stage. We've had Jacob yesterday pulling off the stellar performance with a 1.68 rating. Yep. Obviously, that was a landslide of a match, so can't really read fully into that. Azure as well, the 1.42. Like, once this team gets going, once they get all the, pieces in line, they're really hard to stop, and they're deserving of, being called one of the, best teams in the world.
Absolutely. Unfortunately for them, they've been caught in a really tough spot right now at their economy, even though they won the last couple rounds in a row. Some of those rounds were close. They had to really reach to the bottom of the barrel to be able to pick up this spot, which includes a CZ and an MP9 as primary weapons for Liaz and JKS. Does have the AWP, though. Also limited utility and no kits, which makes retaking even harder than it already is on this A site. So they got to face it directly.
Grass Faction super aggressive here, too. We'll expect Yuri to be right around the corner. Oh, there's my answer. Nope. He's going to fall. Yuri again peeks out. In the meantime, Jake has been able to pick up 2. Azure gets 1, and it's actually very doable for 100 Thieves here. Liaz, unfortunately, with a CZ, not in a position to necessarily rescue a weapon just yet. But JKS, like, he's the linchpin of this round.
Indeed he is. He's playing kind of that new hallway position, able to kind of blindside them as they were distracted by Grass Faction's op and the action that was going on the site. JKS now trying to creep in, does find Henny as well. And he's turned around for K-Serrato. He is very aware, but just not able to land enough bullets, but he has softened him up. Now both team members are vulnerable. That's a waiting game.
Only problem is, K-Serrato is going to have to be the one to move first. Well, at least move, because he's the one with time to worry about. In the meantime, Liaz is actually backed away.
He doesn't know where the bomb is, so he knows that there is a chance K-Serrato could have backed off and grabbed the bomb and went back to B, because he wasn't holding an angle to keep that information, but we'll see.
I mean, now he's going to hear. I mean, the bomb is actually not even here at the moment. It was back down towards ramp, and Liaz still gets the kill nonetheless. And JKS with the 3 kills he got helped save the round and get Renegades back, or sorry, Renegades, 100 Thieves back on top. I'm going to do that forever.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's so hard.
It is a very recent transition in organizations. They've only played, what, 1 tournament before this. So it was Beijing underneath this new name. So it's going to take us a second to get used to saying that. But I'm happy to say it. It's a great organization to have involved in Counter-Strike. I was kind of sad when they kind of came in the first time and had all those issues and had to kind of go away for a while, but now I've picked up a really great group of guys, and they've been very successful in the last few months.
Oh Again, Fury looking to pick up the pace. Jacob looking to back off. Against Grass Faction to decide to help out as well with the SMG. It seems like 100 Thieves have been able to meet up against the aggression out of Furia for the most part. Again, going for a heavy stack towards the A site. Nades even coming through and soften them up a little bit. But Yuri, I mean, he was the big playmaker in the last round, able to open up on the A side with 2 kills, taking down Grass Faction and 1 more.
Yeah, it seems like they're just kind of splitting Art and Yuri up. They're the 2 entry fraggers, so one kind of each direction, trying to find their place on this side. But a nice bot flash comes in, or actually flashed himself, or got flashed by a teammate. Not sure. Either way, it's a scramble. 3-on-3.
Is he gonna go for it? Is he gonna try to go over the top? No, playing safe. 3-on-3. And he's being dropped low, down to 11 health. Utility, a couple smokes in for the CT side, so they could use this to their advantage. You can see Yuri in a very precarious position.
That's a tough spot to clear.
Should be able to at least get 1 from here.
Yep.
And time is ticking away. No kick currently in the hands of 100 Thieves. They're gonna have to make their move momentarily. And Fury's just holding these angles. They're being safe about this, and you can see it's working out for him. Yuri gets the second as well with that position he was using. JKS will be traded out on. So again, Furia strike back, 5-5, and 100 Thieves have really no money.
That is the perfect example, what you saw there, of how hard it truly is to retake this A-bomb site on Vertigo. And I don't even think the new changes we got today are really going to address that problem. There was kind of a new hallway added that helps you kind of get between spawn and elevator room, but you still have to go through that one choke point. Now, I think they widened some of the choke points, made the site a bit bigger, so maybe that helps a tad, but there still isn't that other route in, unless you flank through ramp. So you kind of just get force-fed into one spot, and that allows all the T's and post-plant position to kind of just have to focus on one thing. It makes it very, very difficult to come in unless you are able to dump your own utility very well, or you just happen to win a couple of key duels.
I mean, I almost see it similar, almost similar to like a Mirage A take, where you just, I mean, the T's execute with utility, and then the CTs just kind of wait and then re-execute with their own utility to take it back.
Yeah.
Except for seeing at the moment, like 100 Thieves were investing a lot of utility early on to look for some early damage, which to be fair, they did get a ton done with like grenades and
The difference there though is that on Mirage you have like 3 main ways in, plus you can flank Palace and ramp, whereas literally there is only one way in that A site. Unless you flank.
Well, again, Furia back on the charge. Grass Faction gets the flashbang. The smoke actually gonna help them out here. Art's been able to swing around behind them, but gets spammed out. I think that was through the smoke. Grass Faction gets a double. Unfortunately, he only rescues a Galil for his trouble.
And that ain't the new one. It's still the old classic Galil.
El Clasico, Crapico.
Which ain't that great. I'll tell you that. But still better than what he had, so I'm sure he's gonna be happy with it.
He is by himself. Fortunately, no smoke to stop the aggression out of Furia. Reinforcing to come in the form of Azur, and they've done a little bit of damage in. Still gonna be traded out on, and again, Henny's been softened up. They're softened up. Vinny's only one on 100 HP for the Furia side. The bomb we planted nonetheless. Grass Faction has an AK. JKS has a Galil. And JKS is actually going for the long flank here behind them. They do have a player expecting it. They have to win out on this duel.
Grad actually avoided that fire, so this could make things a little bit interesting.
Again, they don't have a kick currently on them, but with that kill coming through, it might be go time. Henny down to 24 HP, just trying to stall, hoping for a 1v1 here. Grass Faction taps the bomb. Henny gonna hold steady here. And he falls off the map! Henny!
No!
My man, that's not how you defend.
Not like this. Oh, that's one of the more brutal fallouts I think I've seen. Does he still went off to the bomb timer? No. Oh my. Oh. Oh,
well,
it hurts.
I don't think we have a Mountain Dew Game Fuel power play of the day, but that would be it in my book. At least he's got a smile on his face.
Yeah, that's all you really can do, I feel like. I mean, you gotta laugh, you gotta smile. That might be the funniest death I've seen on Vertigo yet from that like type of way to die. I'm gonna be honest though, why is that in the game? Why are we able to fall off the map and die? Like, it just feels like a factor we shouldn't have.
Because in real life, you could fall off things.
I guess, man, but I mean, I just don't like having it in the game. I wish there was like barriers or something. I don't know. That's just me. Maybe you guys out there like it. That's fine. That's tough, though. That's like the one time it really comes into play, too, when you're like in the clutch and you kind of have to pivot.
I mean, at least it wasn't like a 1v1. Like, at least a 1v2, like, there can be like some doubt, like, yeah, he wasn't going to clutch that anyways, right?
Yeah,
Because he was low HP, but if it was like a 1v1, you just know, like, I could have had it.
Yeah.
Either way, that's going to be unfortunate for Furia. It does give 100 Thieves the lead yet again. But it's still not really a stable economy for 100 Thieves side, and neither for Furia either. I mean, they're sitting on 800 max for Case Dorado.
What if there was a situation where as you were falling in a 1v1, you got the shot as you were falling to your death?
Only with an op, though. Only with an op.
Yeah.
and you're like almost like at the death perimeter, the death threshold, and you like just shoot up.
That would be dope. I want to make it happen, but right now we're seeing JKS make things happen with the SG. 3 big kills. That's another big multi-frag round for the Savage here on this A side. He's done it a couple of times. Last time was with an MP9, this time it's with the SG. And that basically saved the round for them, maybe. As it seems like it is. Az is able to find that as well.
Again, if you have a player so damn good with this weapon, what's the best way to counter it? Well, it's not really realistic, just don't buy the weapon, right? But obviously we're not gonna see that happen on the T side, but he's just showing like how good with this weapon he is and how much damage he can do, and why we're seeing the emphasis with the SG given to him every single time.
No, that's wild, because that round actually wasn't looking that great for 100 Thieves to kick things off. It seemed like, I think Art got the entry, the opening kill of the round. It seemed like they were starting to make some headway, and then all of a sudden we just see JKS drop some bombs.
How are we gonna see a 1K right there, like a kill, that only kill as a replay, but not see Henny fall off the map again? How are we gonna see that? Come on, production, help me out. At least at
maybe
1 point.
They can queue it up for us at some point.
I want to see it.
Maybe at halftime.
Can we like also get his reaction live?
Can we also get like some kind of cool music to go with it? I mean,
maybe some like cool transitions,
like some sad music, like some violin.
Maybe
like,
no, I was gonna say like some Cell Dweller or something.
Can we get like Enya? That's maybe not because of copyrights and stuff like that, but you know, whatever you can find on copyright free music.
Just pistols for Furia as they rush into this.
Yeah, I mean, that's why we're kind of talking over this. Right? I don't intend to do a whole lot in a round like this. It's going to be 8-5 for 100 Thieves. So far, just like yesterday, and just like what happened against Luminar and Envy in the, stage 9, or not stage 9, season 10, stage 1. That was like a few weeks ago. It's backfiring.
I kind of want the like, like the post that always happen after tournaments of like when I'm blank of a team. Oh, we got the music. No. Oh, look at that. That is high quality production. Thank you very much.
On the fly, too, they were able to come up with that. That was nice.
And we didn't miss any of the round either, so flawless. That's what we're going to bring in the last day here of Season 10 of the group stage for Americas.
Got to go out big.
Yeah, you do.
Got to lay it all on the table.
I mean, he's guaranteed to be on Reddit now.
Yep. Probably.
First time we're seeing this position used. Yeah, we didn't get the Freakazoid Scream, clipped out, so I'm a little disappointed in people, but it's fine. It happens. The grass faction, and we haven't seen the spot used so far out of the CT side, and I don't think Furia's even going to check this too because of Thieves not really being too.
He's got that smoke ready. He knows he might get mollied. Also, he wants to try to cross out of this position because he knows it's kind of a one-and-done spot. JKS will be his savior to help him do just that, and then does even more. Gets 2 kills, and yeah, that's why the smoke was down to extinguish that very kill. The bait and switch play that 100 Thieves are doing right here is so fantastic.
The thing is, like, the early utility usage is allowing 100 Thieves to get set up in these nice positions. Pastrado almost clutching that out right there. The grass faction will lock it down. I was surprised to actually see JKS with an M4 this round. I don't know why. They gave it to him instead of... he gave his SG away to someone else, and he got an M4.
Maybe, I'm not sure who had it. Either way, this is a big run. If it wasn't for like that 3-0 run that Furia had at the very beginning of the half when they were kind of catching 100 Thieves in a tough economy, this would have been a really rough on them. I mean, it's getting to a point now where 100 Thieves are, I feel like, getting too big of a score on the CT side. It's hard to say how, like, what side is best on this map now because of, like, all the changes and moving parts and not that many games played since.
Exactly.
But it does feel like a lot of it can be T-side just because of how hard retaking A is, but outside of that, I'm not really sure.
Oh, that's just going to be rushed down here. So they do actually have a nice little flank in towards the B side if they go for like the 2-2 split. JKS can be rotating in, catches them, trying to throw in a Molotov, takes down 2 kills, and more importantly, he's got the bomb.
That is quite nice.
I mean, K-Straw's gonna have to try to push in. He's got Vinny to maybe help support him here. If there's just so many players to defend against, or to have to fight against, more importantly, and JKS is just not stopping. He's on 3 kills in this round out of 4K before, or 2 rounds prior. Finally, he will fall, but it doesn't matter. In the end, 100 Thieves are going to take the round, and after a scrappy first half, they still come out with the lead 10-5.
Dude, that was either 22 or 23 for JKS to end the half. That is some fantastic stuff, as 100 Thieves right now are looking to set up the heist to maybe rob away the map pick of Furia here on old Vertigo. We'll have to see if they can finish the job after we get back from this very break.
This very break?
Yeah.
attention high. Lex. Yeah. Yo. Got the army with me like Xerxes. Understand you can't hurt me. I got a couple thickies chilling in my room who be shaking it like the twerk team. Ladies, show me where them curves be. Curious, I'm not pervy. Honestly, you and your best friend could go and develop a new twerk scene. Got the army with me like Xerxes. Army with me like Xerxes. Understand you can't hurt me. Understand you can't hurt me. I got the army with me like Xerxes. Understand you can't hurt me. I got a couple thickies chilling in my room who be shaking it like the twerk team. Run straight to my yard and have her up in my bed. Yup, 20 minutes I'm dead. I tell her okay leave, no Snapchat or back chat please. What color is your backpack? Yep, green. Tell your boyfriend he's a whack twat. G. Shake it. Shake it. Shake it. Let's go. Xerxes. Understand you can't hurt me. Got a couple dickies chilling in my room who be shaking it like the twerk team. Ladies, show me where them curves be. Curious, I'm not pervy. Honestly, you and your bestie could go and develop a new twerk scene like.
Well, so far, it's been pretty much the JKS show. 22-8 for this man, who's been really helping to carry the 100 Thieves to that 10-5 first half victory. 150 ADR. That is just ridiculous.
Yeah, he's out there DMing. He's just flexing all over the place. It's pretty absurd. But can they finish the job? They're well on their way. Now they switch over on their pistol round, looking to maybe crack open speed bomb site pretty quickly, kind of taking a page out of FURIA's book.
FURIA desperately need this round here. Let's see if they can pull it off. And unfortunately, Grass Faction is going to be able to take down Art. So middle's going to be left a little bit weak. Going to be pushed into the B site. We're not going to expect K-Serrano to be here, but unfortunately, he gets absolutely nothing. Penny as well is trying to pick up a kill, but just can't seem to quite connect any of these shots. JKS again is carrying over from his first half performance, and right now FURIA are down to 2 players. And 1 player. It's Henny on 2 HP, and Grass Faction's behind him, and I was just going to close out the kill anyways. 11-5, and 100 Thieves will take the first round.
JKS, just the quiet assassin. Looks so calm, but then he just murks you. You always got to watch those quiet ones, man.
He's a very quiet guy. He doesn't really ever smile either. Like, what would it take for him to smile? Like winning the major?
Yeah, I think that would probably do it.
I still imagine like won't be smiling. Just be holding the trophy in his head with a stalwart face.
Has his first child, stalwart face.
Yeah. Like wins the lottery. Like wins the lottery. Yep, nothing.
Nothing.
But then there's just gonna be something random that like makes him happy. Like I can't even think of it. Maybe
like
Weetabix.
him falling off the map.
I still
Maybe
don't
he'll
think he
laugh at
smiled.
himself.
Yeah, maybe like a new flavor of Weetabix or something in Australia. Remember the good old Sponge had a challenge in was it Katowice or in Katowice 2015, the Weetabix challenge. Recorded people trying to eat Weetabix with nothing to drink, no milk, nothing. The fastest, and I think Machine actually won.
I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know what it is.
It's like some super dry like granola bar that you basically like soak in milk to make it edible.
Oh.
Imagine like shredded wheat.
Okay.
But like way drier. It takes all the moisture out of your mouth.
Hey, there are Zeus's on the field, Jason. I want to direct your attention to that.
There are.
And I'm really hoping that we're going to hear that. Ah!
What sound?
Ah! I feel like that was pretty
That's pretty
accurate.
good.
I feel like that was pretty sick. Can we do a side-by-side comparison if we can clip out that audio? And
I actually
that
thought
would be
you did.
difficult. That would be difficult.
I thought you were recording the audio for
Yeah.
it. Like, that was so close.
Oh, Art. What's the chance?
One more time.
Ah!
It's just getting better.
Yeah, I feel like if you do a side-by-side, it's pretty great.
You have a career in voice acting
You know.
of, man getting Zeus. That'll be your credit. Man getting Zeus, you credit at the end of a game or in a movie. Oh, bomb's gone down. Yuri only has a USP, maybe looking to take a gun away, but with how 100 Thieves are playing, I'm not sure he's going to be able to really get too much of anything here, unfortunately.
Does seem that way, doesn't it? Does seem like he is destined to go down without a fight. I mean, he got some damage in.
I'm kind of hoping production takes that audio clip and then just like randomly throughout the whole show today just like throws it at us. Especially if 100 Thieves win here like 2-0 like or just win it all, like they're through, right? So second game maybe just like randomly throw it in there. We'll be like, "Oh, someone just got Zeused." Or maybe it's like up to us, we have to determine which one's you and which one's the actual sound file. I'd be down for that.
You know, I feel like you're asking a lot of work out of our
Hey,
crew.
they got the clip of Henny falling with music and
Yeah,
the reaction shot.
but that
I
was
believe
as
in them.
simple as like grabbing what actually happened. They'd have to actually find the audio file of someone getting Zeused in CSGO since it didn't actually happen in the round. And then they'd have to go back and clip out my audio. So it would take a bit. I feel like that's too much. You
I
know?
just got word from our producer that'll be done within the next minute.
Oh, okay. Wow. You heard a different one than me. I guess they're different, you know, different buttons.
It was
they
my
press.
conscious that I was listening to.
Okay.
It was my inner voice,
Yeah.
hoping and dreaming.
Maybe someone out there could do it and tag us in it
Yeah.
on Twitter.
I mean, they could. It would be nice. 100 Thieves and Furia. It'd be nice for Furia to get around here to keep themselves alive. 12-5 and obviously investing everything into this round. Henny with the op. I mean, we saw how good he could be in the op. On Overpass yesterday, like the aggression out of him, the confidence out of him. Unfortunately, I don't know how much he's going to be able to really do against the way 100 Thieves are playing. They grouped up towards B. They're looking to go for a hit. K-Serrato is going to be here defending with Yuri. And they do have two smokes, but they don't have the best weaponry or utility after that to defend.
All quiet, at least for right now, but it's probably going to change here very soon as we start seeing that utility pour in from 100 Thieves on this B bomb side. K-Serrato and Yuri are both playing forward with a bit of a crossfire going on, and Yuri with the bait and switch of his teammate able to fire in the kills. Art also coming in, so it's all on JKS. I don't want to put it past them though, Jason.
Yeah, a little bit of a bonus round anyways, because they still had a couple of SMGs, and unfortunately JKS will pull the Henny there, fall off the map, at least the body, but not able to close out the round. And good job by Furia. I do have to kind of question though, when they were executing onto the site, we did see both smokes thrown at the same choke point. So maybe like some miscommunication, maybe I'm reading into it too much, but I don't know. Stuff like that, I would imagine, doesn't happen or shouldn't happen too often.
Every now and then.
I don't know what that sound was. Could have been my stomach. I don't know. Hey, guess what we got on Vinny?
Yes.
I was hoping he would just make
It's an odd time to have it. Like, I'm not really
It's
sure.
gotta be an accidental buy.
Yeah, maybe. That or he's literally just trying to get this one free kill at this position. But nope, he's going to step out instead. Ouch.
Oh, Henny. Gonna be flanked from Guy's faction.
Oh, no.
A little flashbang comes through out of Azure, and Art will be able to respond, but again, they've lost their op. They're going to be a little bit light on players now. It's a 4-on-3.
And Art knows he has to keep playing this. He knows that they're a man down. He needs to make a play, but unfortunately for him, JKS has already started to move this team over towards that B bomb site where, for right now, only K-Serrato is at with the UMP. Utility and players gathering here outside. Finally, a teammate joins K-Serrato on the side. It's going to be Yuri again.
Smoke's not great, though. There is a hole in it. He's actually decided to move inside of this, so... And a little bit sneaky here in the ump would be perfect if you can get around behind them. Flashbang comes through. Doesn't really blind out too many players, unfortunately, but it doesn't matter. He's still able to get the first kill. Now it's left on Art in a 1-on-2, and he's got 16 HP left. 100 Thieves might be able to swarm all over him, obviously taking their time here. As he's giving the position up, Liaz gets around the side, and Liaz will close that out, 13-6. And I mean, that goes back to the initial kill that Grass Faction got off the bat through the smoke.
Yeah, that was. I mean, you saw Vinny just trying to do something a little bit aggressive there on the scaffolding and got caught. And just in general, 100 Thieves was able to out-trade on that A side, given that 4-on-3. K-Star tries to go for a little bit of a pot flash push. Again, he knows he needs to make a play because Art's still on the other side of the map, and, you know, they're down a man. Times are getting tough, and he just only gets one kill, though, is the unfortunate problem. And now they're just on pistols this round, so 100 Thieves basically have a free route to 14. And they just be a couple away from locking this one up. Again, stealing away this map from FURIA.
And then going to Inferno, where we saw them have a, was it 16-5 yesterday?
Yeah, 100 Thieves have been on a tear on Inferno lately. Been looking really good. Look like one of their strongest map over the last couple months, to be honest with you. So that's going to be a tough one on FURIA. To be fair, FURIA's results on Inferno recently have also been pretty good. So yeah, I don't know, it'll be interesting.
Two-man stack looking to push in through side hall. Grass Faction still going to be covering this off, and the A side's technically open to be taken, as Jacob's going to eventually find this out. But again, it's just the pistols, and Henny with the P250, and they have a Vertigo on Yuri. And Henny will get the first kill on Grat. Jacob, though, I mean, he's been able to push up to the A side, knows exactly where they're going to be, and he shuts this down. No weapon in the hands of FURIA, unfortunately, anymore. And the last three players out of 100 Thieves are going to be joining Jacob on the side to go for the plan.
Yeah, they had a pretty good idea that someone was still playing over here on this new hallway, so as it will be able to pick up Vinny. It's all on Yuri now with the Deagle. Not a whole lot he's going to really be able to do here. Liaz is low on health. That's really about it. Maybe he forces some rebuying, but even that's not really going to be enough. He finds Azza right away. Might be able to get him a gun out of this, but JKS is going to be playing guard duty on that, and it's going to be 14 for 100 Thieves, kind of as we expected. And man, oh man, this is starting to look very reminiscent of what happened when they got upset by United yesterday and when they got upset by MD in the first stage just a few weeks ago. I had some advice for old FURIA. Maybe stop picking Vertigo. Just maybe it ain't it. I get it was your map kind of early in the year. You're an early adopter on the earliest versions of the map. Tearing it up at DreamHack Open Rio on it a couple of times, and just in general throughout the year have definitely made good use. But something along the way with the updates to the map or just the configuration of the team, whatever it may be, it just has not been there. Not only have they been losing, but they've been losing it to underdogs consistently.
The problem is when you are one of the early adopters to a map, everyone's going to be watching your footage, right? To like see what you're doing, to see how to play out the map. So when you're one of the first teams to do it, you leave yourself susceptible to just being counter-shadowed, to being picked apart, to finding mistakes. And it seems like 100 Thieves, I mean, already been able to perform really well in Vertigo. Like you said, playing against the Straws, that was a 16-14. Like, this is a team that knows how to play the map.
It's just too many recent losses to underdog teams. Illuminar, Gamer Legion, Envy, E United. Like, that's losses to really small name teams for FURIA's sake. But maybe, just maybe they can try to course correct here. They do have the opening frag into this round at the very least.
Would be very tough, though, to course correct with this kind of scoreline of 14-6. I don't want to count them out just yet, but with the way that JKS is playing, I find, oh my God, Gratis Faction, the flick back to Yuri's head. They were, well, they lost Azur off the bat, but Gratis Faction gets them back in the round. There's still going to be Henny, though, over towards Sandbags to defend this. I don't know if they're going to check this out or if they're going to expect them to be, or to have another player here. They do have a Molotov to catch him out. He's going to be thrown in direct on top. He's going to go for the peak. He's going to be burnt up. The smoke is going to come out just in the nick of time. 24 HP left. But where's he going to go from here? Or are they just going to leave him? Yeah, the B-side's open. They're already rotating.
Indeed. I mean, they feel like they have to just gamble. I mean, they're on the verge of losing this map. They're so far behind. They feel like their best chance is to kind of just stay gathered up. And Gratis Faction, to his credit, has created enough pressure to kind of force them to keep respecting this as the option. Even gets the kill onto Henny. The thing is, though, he's pretty far away from his two teammates, so there is just like little timing where they could get a 2-on-2 on the site.
Well, Art's going to go in and maybe back away once he hears Grat, and then with K-Serrato falling, unfortunately, he's just going to have to back off to save this AWP.
Yep.
They invested into double up into that round, so the money is just not really going to be there for them in potentially the final round of the first map.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, like, they're not quite at max loss bonus. I think they're one behind that, if I'm not mistaken. So they're not even really going to have a great buy this next round. I mean, obviously, they'll buy all if they can. It's the final round of the half, potentially. But it's going to be pretty barren of really anything special.
Gotta be feeling good. Gotta be feeling confident, especially if you're 100 Thieves. If you win, you know, 16-6 against FURIA on Vertigo and then go to a map that you're very comfortable on, like that, you would imagine like they're feeling like they're going to be the team to qualify through. And they had such a tough group, technically. If you look at Team Liquid as the other team they had to contend with. And these Betway odds are just constantly shifting in 100 Thieves' favor.
No surprise considering how things have been playing out. Just one round away from taking this one away from FURIA, robbing them of their pick.
Oh, you see a 5-7 and FUMAS. Unfortunately, the M4 and the off are going to be dropped though now. 100 Thieves getting the first 2 kills of the ground around. Gratisfaction trying to flank him from behind. Henny will be waiting, so there's a chance that Henny could get this kill. But Grat's on 20 kills and looking to add another tally to get him up to 21. Jacob in the meantime is pushing up towards Rand. Grat's just going to be spamming through onto Henny, not able to connect unfortunately. There we go. Jacob pushes in. Not actually going to be able to get a single kill there off of that. A little bit unfortunate for him. In the meantime, Henny tries to push up against Grat. That could have been a nice little victory, but it comes down to K-Serrado to defend the site. The bomb is going to be on the way there, but JKS is able to pick up that kill, and now it's going to be a 4-on-2 with the bomb going down.
Yeah, it's not looking like FURIA are going to be able to force extra rounds out of this one, and it's just going to get even worse. Lias picking up on Yuri, just one player left. Henny with low HP and well far away. He does catch JKS getting a little bit over-eager to get kind of a freebie, but still 3 more to face. And I mean, he's nowhere even near this bomb site yet. He's not even remotely close.
Yeah, and then that's just going to be flashbang through. They know exactly where he is, and that will do it. 100 Thieves take map 1, 16-6, and are now 1 map away from getting themselves through to Denmark to play in the ESL Pro League Grand Finals. And with they bring that kind of form to Inferno,